stop what you're doing and you react. And he did that once in one of the rounds, which was really nice. He stopped and didn't move. You put in your hand to like position on people, and you don't think anything of it, but you're trying to move position. But no, he was really nice about it. Was chill, awesome. And I did the same thing from bottom position. I was trying to move him, but I wasn't trying to gouge, which is kind of crazy, which you're not supposed to. So when you play by the rules, you get a really good fight. Just touching base on rules already. Before the fight, I actually asked if there was a ground opponent rule. And the referee was nice enough to explain to me. During the rules meeting, what you really want to know, fighters, this is a shout out to you guys, know the rules, man. Like, I'm going to be real. Each state is completely different. Here, let me lower this down a little bit. Each state has, in the commission rules, they have a different set of rules. With a hand is down, look on the mat here, I'm going to try to show you. Here, just go. So, we in here? So, a grounded opponent, right? Charles Oliveira had his knee on the ground at this time with an up kick. Right? So when I was on my back and I kicked him, I had no idea where he was at on the mat. Now look, when you're doing your thing, right, you have to make sure that for a grounded opponent, you can either have a knee on the mat, you can put a hand on the mat. It can't be like this. This is what the ref explained to me, which is pretty cool. When you understand it too. When you're in ground position, it's really hard to understand where the other person is in position. It's just a crazy different type of positioning. Thus, how I was on my back a lot of the fight, which I'll get right into detail with that. A lot of no-gi jiu-jitsu, non-traditional stuff. So we'll talk about that in a second. But as far as, hi, Paul. How you doing, buddy? When we get to a grounded opponent, you can try to move and you can advance. This is good too, is what we explained, right? This is a ground opponent too. So you have knee, you have a hand placement, or you have all three or all four. So situation for the up kicks where you're saying, no, Tony got robbed. No, motherfuckers, look, it was an illegal up kick, perfectly legit. Let's stay within the rules, which is really cool. Shout out to Oliveira too. Like during the match, I said, hey, sorry for the eyes. And he's like, no, man, you're cool. We get this. Same thing for me, bro. You have to stick within the rules, man. It's awesome. So for you fighters, understand the rules in the rules meeting. If a referee asks you to use the rules, right? If he asks, do you have any questions about it? Yes. Say, can you help me understand the rules, which is good. It will help in this situation when you're out there. You will remember everything. Let's go touch base on the toes in the cage, right? That's another one, right? This goes kind of funny. Here, look at it. So where we're at, where we practice here on the mat, right? So situation type of stuff too, where you're practicing on the mat is amazing. In the cage, look at, we have cage, right? Which is like this. When you're positioning your foot on a cage, right, it is possible to get your toes caught in here. But if you do realize that you're doing that kind of a thing, you have to advance. You know what I mean? You have to kind of move, and you have to be able to make sure that you're using it for a specific purpose, for balancing, reversing situations like mine in that fight, that was causing for a 0% chance for a submission. I actually went for an armbar, and that should have probably took his back, like I said, double under, but that's a whole different story. We'll get that later. So what I'm talking about is like when you train on this, right? Oh, I train on a mat. Oh, it's okay. Yes, I train on a mat too. Right. No, acknowledge the situation where you're at. Start climbing and do the same thing. That's what we do. Okay, now we're going to get back to the fight. Check this out. The stand-up battle. All right, so in a situation where here, we'll go this way. Like landed Venata, right? Here, watch. Like landed Venata. Stand right here. Okay, right away, it was not about a respect or anything. What it was I didn't anticipate it. Quick as fuck, Cisco, bam. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? No, I got hit. It was kind of one of those vibes and the same kind of thing. You cannot take your opponents for granted. Here, man. You cannot take your opponents for granted. As soon as you get out there, right, you have to be fucking ready. You have to be ready. You can't just take it easy in the fight. Veterans like myself, I'm out there. I'm not that old. Yes, I'm fucking old. I'm like a third century old. I get it. It's awesome, okay? Look. All right, cool. So there's the two muffins, right? But look, back to the point is what we're talking about, right? So what we do have is a stand-up battle, okay? We were kind of doing pretty slow in the first part, but once we started to react and we did some, like sticky hands, I'll say that, you know what I mean? When we started applying it and then like hitting right back, we were getting a lot sharper. He did not want to get any more of those leg kicks, those checks. The one thing that I did realize in this fight, and I will be real with you, the one thing that I did is we kept moving, which was nice. That kept off his timing in the takedowns. Once we fucking slipped on the mat, no excuses, okay? So that means mat time. It means having to get a canvas back in this motherfucker too. Before I was on here in Res Light Mats, I love you guys too, but I have a canvas that's gonna be nice when we can go over this and do some boxing stuff too. So I'm not looking for a company for canvases and everything. I'm a Res Light guy, okay? So I'm gonna work with Res Light to try to figure something out so that way we can get like maybe a protective covering for these things. Which is pretty fucking cool. I'm down for that. So Shout out to Resolite. Hopefully we'll be talking really soon. Okay, next. There's no excuses to slip. Why slip? If you slip in a fight, it creates opportunity for the other person. Keep your feet. I'm always talking about, what is POB? Point of balance. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Point of balance. Our point of balance is always good. The gap right here, which was really interesting, I was always walking towards him, which is kind of fun. Man, these guys are getting sharp. You little fuckers. You little fuckers. I love you guys, but you're getting sharp. But you know what? So am I, motherfuckers. We're coming at you. Look at this. Back to the fight. Let's push play here. Intermission. Off axis acrobatics. Thank you very much. Pretty chill. These are the new blues. Pretty slick. All right. Check this out. So what we got here? All right. Stand-up battle. Let's see. Let's get to some interesting stuff. Where's the jiu-jitsu part? All right. Now, this is much different without the commentary. Whoop, boom, boom. I can go into great detail. Yeah, go ahead and pause it. I can go into great detail how a wet blanket is. Now, as high level as jiu-jitsu is on the offensive, you have to have high level defense. You have to understand where the fight's going to be before it is even fucking there. Knowing over at the Cirque du Soleil spot, we got some flips and stuff, and we knew he was going to take us down. Be real. To welcome the takedown, to let him get that comfortable in top mount, because you don't score points in MMA. You don't score for advancing position. No, you don't even score points for submissions on your back, or cuts, or gaining new positions. Nobody looks at that. What they look like is what the commentators tell you. So that's a whole different subject. I don't even have to get into that shit. What we know is technique. We knew, one, to not take any strikes. What is jiu-jitsu for? To hold him down. Royce Gracie, I think one of the greatest, right? One of the boats. He's one of the boats, man. He's on a boat. That fucking dude, patience. Understood the game and patience. You take him to deep waters and you fucking go. Charles went to deep waters, but that dude was so shallow in his deep waters, he only went for the first round. He should have waited to the third round to go for that armbar. Missed it. He rushed it like an amateur. I knew that. We were waiting for darts from the bottom. We knew that advancing position as far as, let's say, underhooks in traditional style jiu-jitsu, that leaves open for a no-gi guy or some sort to go for advancing in the guillotine positions. Okay, cool. Let's just say like you're riding a roller coaster in jiu-jitsu too, right? So let's just say like this. Right there. We're not going to waste any energy here. You guys shouldn't either in jiu-jitsu matches. Just be patient. Wait for the opportunity for him to advance and get so lazy that in the third round, he doesn't even advance to mount anymore. What he does is he stays controlled in a side position looking for something completely different, different move, because he was mentally broke in the first round. I went back and kind of watched film, and without the commentary and how like, oh, you got dominated, this and that. Okay, to the untrained people in jiu-jitsu, advancing positions in traditional style martial arts, you will get points, advantages, and you will get different types of points. But the judging and the contesting as far as in the commission, I don't even know if it's there. I'm gonna be real, I don't. So question for John McCarthy and the Punk. No, I'm not fucking getting cut. Josh, come on, dog. You got your ass kicked. Don't start that shit. Come on now. The fans love me, okay? They want to see me fight again. I love you guys too, okay? But the real question is, hey, I asked John too, can you choke somebody out with your shorts, your own shorts? You know how many times I was practicing choking somebody out with my own shorts? But I wanted to check my jiu-jitsu, and I was thinking this. Oliveira would have did nothing, right? Because embedded, right? He was already kind of thinking, I want to take his back. The same thing at the weigh-ins. I was thinking the same thing when I was being so chivalrous. I let him right go by. We sized each other up, and we knew exactly what we were going for. This was a dangerous fight. I love the opportunity. I want to say thank you to the UFC for allowing this fight to happen on short notice. I hope you fans got exactly what you wanted, which is fucking awesome, man. You got 3 rounds to see a little bit of jiu-jitsu. You got a very strong offensive. Right? Very strong offensive. If you haven't seen the fight, I'm not going to stream it. Make sure you go to ESPN Plus and you stream it, all right? You fucking buy that shit. Don't live stream that stuff. Don't do it for free. Come on, it's my fight. Make sure you buy that shit, okay? I don't get a cut out of it, but you know what? One day maybe we will. Whatever. But make sure you go support my team, okay? Come on, you know what I'm saying? Look at be a real heavy wet blanket with strikes to go for submissions. A non-Khabib type of grappler. This is high-level black belt. This should get me a stripe. I carry the John Jock Machado stuff. I mean, I'm going to be real. The strikes, nobody really is going to take into account the strikes to be able to advance positions. It's hard. Combat Jiu-Jitsu demonstrates that a little bit, which is amazing. So I'm very, very happy for Coach Eddie to be a part of that, to demonstrate what we know out there. Should we have reserved first situations and mount, man, testing the fences, very, very dangerous for me, for those guys, I'm going to be real, because those would have got either arm-barred, triangle, right up the cage. I said 100%, right? Maybe 95% chance off the cage you can actually observe that, right? I mean, you obviously know where the fight's going to go. You're like, all right, cool. If I flip through, back to mat, bitch, let's go. Rah! No way, wrestle like mats, you know what I mean? Shut up, right? Now check it out. Montejo. Defy the ordinary. We went out there, guys. In 3 weeks, I put together a team of individuals that were amazing. We went out there, we came, we saw, I went out flat, okay? Unfortunately, I had to get rid of one of my corner guys. Sucks. He didn't follow the rules. He didn't follow the way everything went. Lots of love from my heart, you know who you are, but that creates an opening. I'm taking applications. So if somebody wants to be in my corner and can do it legit. Okay? Legit. I love you guys, okay? Make sure you follow me on my way to Twitter, Tony Ferguson XT on IG, and that little Twitter thing. And watch, real quick. I'm gonna do one more cool thing for y'all. Champ shit only. I'm looking for athletes to represent this brand, professional. Now, if you think you have the mental capacity and the mental toughness to come and train in my academy, your invite is there. Just make sure you guys get the thumbs up from me, which is a nice resume. You get that resume over me at snapjitsu.com, at gmail.com, snapjitsu@gmail.com. You get that resume to me, maybe one day I'll see you on the other side of that mat, all right? But right now, check this out. Hold up. Want to do arm update? All right, let's do an arm update. Good? Yeah. Right, let's see, right somewhere, right near somewhere, right there. No, right there. No, right over there. No, right over there. No, right there. No, right there. No, over there. No, over there. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. This one. Buy my t-shirt, actually my jersey, at champshitmerch.com. No much for sale. I'm sorry, guys. I don't do that shit. Did you guys get any exercise today? Give me a thumbs up. Get up and shadow box for me, all right? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you're looking for something to do, right? Everybody's in the pandemic, call it pandemic games. You're trying to go after somebody's tether. It's going to teach you how to take somebody down. Fast. Ain't go kick shit like me. Right? Watch. I'll pull around Cisco. Watch here, right? Hey, right? Now watch. Legit. Put right here. Now watch. If you film me. Now watch. 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, what you want to do, pull it. And it's a tether, right? Attack bands, right? What does is get teach your younger fighter, be everybody, be real. Old, young, doesn't matter. It's something to fucking do. Okay? Look, tag bands. You put them on each other's feet, and what you're doing is you're wrestling. And you're trying to grab here. Trying to snag point. Something fun to do during the pandemic games. Stay active. All you really need is somebody else to be right there. Get it? Ooh, smooth. My shit. Still support. I'm not going nowhere. Can't get rid of me that easy. Neanderthal Fire Company, thank you. Monteo. Let's just go with the board. Thank you, homie. Dylan's. Please. I got your back. There you go.